And welcome, guys. Right, so one thing I've noticed is a bit of a problem. This is more to do with me. So I've noticed the quality of the previous videos. There was a few things I weren't happy with. I've noticed, for some reason, when uploading them, they're not in full screen. That's a big issue. So we're going to rectify that now. So what I'm going to do with this episode is going to be basically going over absolutely everything to point, because there are some really good things in there. As of the last few days, because I've been working and fleshing out, say, our entire item system, so all across the board, all our item types need to be there for us to kind of build out what we're going to do with the inventory system, and so we can test things. So I'm going to go from, pardon me, from start to finish of what we've created so far. So get yourself a drink, get some popcorn, and let's get into it. So you'll notice from the code. Actually, first of all, let's look at a bigger look. Close that for a second. Right, there you go. So as you can see, what we've done, we've got our base item. That's what we ideally need for the inventory system. But let's go into it, into the code. I shall show you. Right, where is we? There you go. So here you go. This is mainly what you need. Anyway, you need all your item types just so you can test out different things. Because I like to build my inventory systems, I wouldn't say all at once, but I like to flesh out the bigger details of it, so it's, in a sense, functioning as we would want it to be at that point. You're always going to have to go back and forward. Well, not always, but a lot of the time you're going to have to go backwards and forwards and just touch things up. So that's what we've got. And then if you look at a lot of these variables here, what they are, they're more to do with your inventory system, or our inventory system. So yeah, we've got the is quest item because we want a quest marker on there, because we don't want our, the reason I put that there mainly is because we don't want our players to accidentally remove quest items, because then it causes problems, yeah, slightly later down the line. So yeah, right, and then what else have we got? You have a look. Now what we've done, we've got this base item here, and we've derived off it. So where you've got all of these are item types, as you can see by the name of the enum. Then we've got all our classes that come off of that. As you can see, right down here, we got a lot of classes. And then basically, what we've done then, we've gone from our base item into, where is it? There, the base weapon. Now, if I bring up the base weapon, you'll see it's quite a small class. And also, here's some of the functionality. Here's our setting things. Basically, this all the constructor. So yeah, you can see default variables are being set. Then you go into our weapon stuff. There you go. So what I've done with the weapons, we've got melee and ranged. This is to do with when we set our animations work. So we're using a blending. So what we're doing, the animations that were set up before, which didn't involve us doing anything with our hands and body in terms of holding weapons and stuff. So what we're going to do, we're blending the upper body, sorry. This basically tells it what to blend. I will show you that in the blueprints shortly. But yeah, and we've also added some elements into the game, which, just to give it nice, cool sort of ability system, so we can play around with things. Like I said before, with this project, I want to play around with things, like see what can be achieved. But yeah, and then here's some functions. So later on we come into this, we update the appearance. So based on the elemental, we give it that, you know, we start off with a glow and then we just take it further. See where we can go with it. This here is all to do with the elements. And then there you go, we got update appearance because each element would give a different appearance. We want that. So, and then from here, we then went into right here. Our base AR class, because, you know, with an AR, it's pretty simple. Get things started, get the ball rolling. We got some shooting going on, and it's a good one for us to test out our ADS. Now, not yet decided how I want to handle the ADS, whether I want it to be a first-person ADS system or to stay fully third-person. So yeah, and then if we come back over here, let's just see what we've got. So, armor enhancers, ability enhancers. They're things that are going to make the game, yeah, pretty cool. I think so. And then here, we've got our base male and female. So what we're going to do, because we have male characters and female characters, playable characters, this just gives us the ability to be able to test everything. And if we come to there, base game mode, there you go. We've got this that we can switch backwards and forwards from. Over here, a very simple way for us to just flip in and out of each one of them. So that's pretty simple. Also, guys, don't forget, if you need a hand or any pointers with anything, because like I said, where I'm at now, this is a 3-year process of me switching from being a programmer to working with AI on all the code. So, you know, I've got 3 years experience of that switch. You know, and there's a lot of mistakes I made along the way. Just ask. Simply just ask. Remember, comment section down below. And we've also got the Discord. That's something that I've got on 24/7. And I'm always willing to answer questions, help people, pass on what experience I've got. So, that's the assault rifle class. As you can see, I've put the weapon in there. And that's just some, I got some sci-fi weapons. I'll show you exactly what they are, actually. So, there you go, we got some cases in there. There's some grenades in there. I need these weapons, you know. I think they're pretty decent. Pretty decent. Look at these pistols, or handguns, hand cannons, whatever you want to call them. We've even got the launcher. And then if you have a look, the guy that does them has a few more other packs. There you go, some fantasy weapons. I think this one's pretty new. So where else are we? There you go, base melee. And yeah, so what that brings me to now, let's have a look. Animations. So here you go. So this is the one we started with originally. But what I did, I came out and decided I wanted the male and female versions, as you can see. And then what we'd do, if you notice, this hand ain't completely correct. We're going to use a left-hand IK configuration for that hand. So we can basically set the hand position ourselves. So, you know, so it lines up. I know that you're not going to be, I mean, I will show you. So there you go. But from any third person view, you'll notice. There you go. And as you can see from there, we've also got the foot movements as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But what I was saying, straighten this up. So basically, off the base weapon, in between the base weapon and the AR, you've probably noticed this yourself, but right, it is what it is. We've got the base ranged and then the base melee, and that derives off the base ranged. Let me open this. There you go. There's all our weapon types. So there you go. You can see what weapon types are going to be in the game. Got all our fire modes right there. And because this is the last class before, it gets to the base classes of each weapon type. That's why you're putting it in here. There you go, we've got a few functions set up as well, and some properties. These are all, basically they're set in here because they're specific to range weapons. And that's the route that I go with. I like to go with that. There you go, this array here. So basically what we're going to be able to set, see the fire modes? We're going to be able to set these as many as we want on each gun. Right, so in this anime instance, if you have a look here, got the rotation delta, that's based on the camera. And then we've got our B is turning. And then in here, what we got, B is turning. So, pardon me, turning right is positive. There you go. Turning left is negative. No, that's how simple we've set it up. Now let's bring this one up. There is something else I want to show you. So this here, what we've done, we are currently blending from spine 1. So, going to the skeleton, spine 1, literally right there. Higher up the chain you go, or down it, up it, however you want to put it. There you go. So that's what we want to do. We're blending from it. I mean, we could go a bit further up the chain. Like, let's... But yeah, when you're working on your projects, just play around with it. See, there is more back straight. You know, we will tweak it, or we will tweak exactly how it's doing it, how it's blending. So I had a interpolation variable that I was using earlier. Maybe I'm not using. Maybe I took it out for some reason, but yeah, we reintroduced that. Basically, that handle this blending. It just makes it a bit smoother. Default, so we could use that. I know I still might use it later on down the line. I've not decided whether I want to have completely unarmed stances. But yeah, I possibly will put that in, and we'll put that on the default position. That's why you're getting this little warning here. There you go, default pose. Was visible, but is ignored. There you go. So yeah, that's basically where we're at the moment. I hope people are enjoying the series. I really do hope we start seeing a bit more activity sort of in the comment section and stuff, but that'll come. You know, I believe that as soon as I can show that I've got something valuable to show off and teach, and you know, that's when people start coming. And I understand that the early stages of things where you're setting things up and everything, it's a bit hard to get sort of enthralled in. So let's hope we're onto a better path. Also as well, one thing I like to point out, this is what I wanted to show you. This here, this variable, so what we're going to end up doing is that variable's main location is on the base of the weapon. Because what we're going to do, that will pass, so when the character calls to change weapons, notifies the anim instance, then the anim instance notifies the weapon that we're changing, switches the weapon, that becomes the active variable that gets passed over to the animation system, and then of course the animation system knows what we need to play up here. There's also a reason as well, when I showed you these kits, beauty of them is, see, that's got that might be worth actually purchasing for us, because it does have the bow. Oh, these will come with all of that anyway. But what else they come with? They come with animations. So for the way we're doing this with the blending of the upper body, makes it perfect, because we can use that animation, blend the top part, looks nice, in hand, away you go. But yeah, any comments, any feedback, Like, no feedback's negative feedback. Just remember that. You know, we're all still learning. I mean, this sort of stuff, putting it online for all to see me, the learning process. But with that being said, guys, I'll probably be back a lot quicker than this video got put out, because my next phase is working on the ADS and the shooting, and that can get fleshed out a lot quicker. Maybe, I was to think, maybe Thursday, Friday, hopefully. But as I've said previously, don't count on it at those specific times, because I produce these videos when I feel there's something worth showing. But yeah, please stay tuned. Also, guys, I will be going back to streaming from time to time. Let me know if you want to join that. Come and watch. Come and have some fun. Let's just play some games. Alright, so, enthusiasts, developers, thanks for joining. That's Syntax signing off.